Well, praise the Lord. Hallelujah. And thank you, Jesus. It's around that time right here on KAZ Radio, where I have one of my most favorite shows, none other than the Sisters of Leisure with Tracy and Michelle. Take it away, sisters.
Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. We are just so happy for you to be here this Sunday evening. And my name is Tracy, and we are Sisters of Leisure, where we are living every day and seeking and understanding real events.
And I am Michelle, the little sister.
So today, I just want to share something with you about the great sponsors that we have. My little sister here has her own Knowledge Yoni company, and she has a Knowledge Yoni oil, if you can see that. And this oil helps relieve itching. It helps, it's antifungal, which is amazing, and it relieves dryness as well. So
I have a question. I'm gonna stop you real quick, Tracy. Okay. What is a yoni? A yoni is your sacred place, your womb, your source. Okay, go ahead. So it's Knowledge Yoni.
Yes, and men and women have a sacred place, and we all need to protect it and keep it sacred. So she has the oil, and she also has a spritz. On those days where you're in a rush and you gotta freshen up, this is what you need.
Yeah.
Keep it in fresh. Oh, you know what I mean? And we also have, and if you want to get in touch with Michelle, you could get in touch with her by emailing her at Knowledge Yoni Bar. That's NALAS Yoni YONI bar at Gmail. Knowledge Yoni Bar at gmail.com. Be looking out for more things with Knowledge Yoni. Also, we have a great woods craftsman. His name is David Johnson. He is just absolutely amazing. He's out of Austin, Texas, and he created some other things that we have. He did for us, but he uses live wood and creates all kind of things. This is a cutting board that he made for me. It looks like a heart. Oh,
yeah,
love.
It's pretty.
Yes, and he also created a serving tray.
Yeah.
And he has his name in it, if you can see. Oh, I go this way.
Yeah.
And it is just, his craftsmanship is amazing. I mean, you would not be dissatisfied with the work that he does. And he's on Instagram and Facebook. His business name is DJ Wood Crafts on Instagram and Facebook. You can reach out to him if you're looking for something unique for your home or your office. Also, if you want to reach him, it is dbj6@hotmail.com. And that's David Johnson. And he's out of Austin, Texas. And he's the best woods craftsman I've ever seen. So,
yeah,
look him up.
Yes.
Look him up.
So I'm excited because we have Dakota. And Dakota Whatley, he is a web designer. And, I have to say happy birthday to you, Dakota. I don't even know. How old are you today?
Just turned 22.
He just turned 22. So Dakota is the owner of Whatley Technology, and he has helped Sisters of Leisure and Knowledge Yoni by helping us design our website. He's still in the making of developing a Knowledge Yoni website, but he's done Sisters of Leisure website. So it's just an honor to have you here, Dakota. We talk all the time, so it's good to have you on the show to talk business with Sisters of Leisure. So real quick, first question, Dakota, tell us about Whatley Technology.
Okay, so Whatley Technology is, basically a technical company. So we do websites, create websites. We work on computers, hardware, software, doing tune-ups, setups, printers, hardware, hard drives. So just a little bit of everything.
Awesome. So I can bring my broke down tablet or laptop to you and you can fix it for me?
I can. Yeah, I'll be able to fix it for you. Really depends on, I'll have to check out, see all the problems going on with it, but we get down to the source and be able to fix it for you.
Awesome, awesome. What other things do you specialize when it comes to technology?
So we also do like social media content. So we have like social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So we help with different businesses that, that's on them different platforms that may not have the time to sit and post every day. So, we take that off their hands. We deal with that. helping push content out. And then, like how I said, also just working on computers.
Very good. See, Dakota, I didn't know you did content creating. So do you create the content, or are you just someone send you what they want and you just what do you mean by creating content?
Most of the time they already kind of have what they might want to post, but they might not have the time to post it, or they might be dedicated to post like every day, or so that's where I step in, and either they can send me everything they want me to post, and I go ahead and post that for them, and it's really just letting me know what they want.
Okay, very good. I didn't know that, Dakota. See, that's something I'm learning, because I know since you're doing Knowledge Yoni, when you did Sisters of Leisure's website, and we love how it looks, the flow of it. Was that difficult for you? Is that something that you went to school to do, or is that something that you just have a skill in and just decided to take on?
So I did go to school, and I got my degree in computer information systems. So with that, I learned a lot with my degree. And then a lot of things also come from me teaching myself. So I was able to sit down and, I like to try to expand. So I like to sit down and try to test my strengths and my weaknesses and see where I can be able to do. And creating websites, that's something that I was able to do. So I took that on and started doing it.
That's good. That's good, Dakota, because, I'm telling you, computers can be very, very intimidating. Like to a lot of people. Like, I have an iPhone 11. I have no clue what I'm doing half the time, I mean, and then I get, then my kids talk me into getting the 12 and all this kind of stuff, and I still haven't figured out the 11. So what do you teach? What do you tell people about technology? What can an older person do to keep up with what's going on with this technology?
Well, technology is changing so rapidly, you learn something new one day, and within a year or a couple of months, that may be new. That may be old and something new then came out. So it's really just keeping up with everything and just, sticking with it, and, really just keep trying, because I feel like you ain't gonna never just get it. It's always gonna be something new coming out. But a certain phone, like 11, how you said, you keep it long enough, you will, eventually figure out how to work it.
Yeah, because my daughter, asked her about Microsoft Word, because I'm just stuck on it. She's like, Mom, use Google Docs. I'm thinking, what is that? I'm still stuck on Microsoft. So do you take classes every so often to keep up with the changing technologies?
I just do a lot of reading and stuff. Just trying to keep my mind fresh and see the newest trends, seeing what's coming out. And that's mostly what I do.
So Dakota, what made you start a business in this? So is there someone that you knew that said, maybe start a business? What made you go into doing this as a business and not going to a job and doing it?
Well, really, it all started with COVID, really. It was during COVID, everything shut down, and really that forced a lot of people to, step outside their comfort zone and try to make a way, because, a lot of people weren't working and stuff like that. So I was just like, this is a need. Some people need, help with technology. People need with computers, social media. You got people coming out with new businesses. A website will help them jumpstart their business and take it to a whole nother level. So I was like, that's a need that people need. So, why not me? So that's how I looked at it. So I just, started doing it.
Yeah, that's very smart, because COVID kind of, I believe, opened a whole lot of people's eyes to go ahead and go into business for themselves and not to just kind of sit, because it's so easy for you to have something and then it'll be gone in just a second. And what do you do then? So, okay.
So what about your branding? How are you branding your business, and how do you design web designs? How do you do that?
So I brand myself through, Facebook. I got my own website, WhatleyTechnology.com, where, I sell accessories, and basically it's a way to get in contact with me through my website. And I work off the platforms, Wix, and I go in, I create from scratch. And, you know, I do a little bit with Shopify also. So I go in and build it from scratch. And, you know, you give me your ideas and I try to make it come to life.
Yeah. Because I have to say, you did a great job on Sisters of Leisure. I was so excited to see the website and to see how many things you could definitely do with it. So I definitely appreciate all of your hard work for Sisters of Leisure. And it was just, you know, a blessing to see how you were able to take a blank, you know, we just had the name. And then next thing you know, we had this website with all this stuff in it, which is very, very nice to see. So I appreciate it. But do you get, like, does certain companies motivate you, or do you follow other technology companies to kind of get information from, to get ideas from? Like, how do you stay, you know, in the game?
I really don't pick up really motivation from nobody else. I just feel like I'm self-motivated. I motivate myself.
Okay.
You know, people around me, that's what motivate me to do what I do. But as far as like a certain company, I don't really like look up to a certain company or necessarily want to be like a certain company. You know, I just kind of want to do what I do, you know, and leave my print on the world. But as far as, you know, keeping up with everything, like how I said, I just, you know, read different articles, see what's coming out, see, you know, the latest trends and everything like that. But yeah, for the most part, as far as motivation, I just feel like I'm self-motivated, you know, motivate myself to do what I need to do.
So you stay in your own lane, doing your own thing.
I feel like that's where a lot of people, because they start trying to do what other people are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, and build on your craft, and, you know, eventually you're going to, you know, succeed.
That is so true. You're so wise. You're so wise.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You know, and you're young too, Dakota. Like, so, you know, so there's, you know, you're young and you have your friends. Like, what do they think? How do you connect with your friends? 22, you know, it's been years since I've been 22. Matter of fact, I know I was a straight knucklehead when I was 22. And so, like, what does your friends think? You know, you're in a small town, and you decided to say, hey, I'm gonna open up my own business, I'm gonna start my own business. How did your friends react to you doing that?
Really, that was happy. I mean, I already had one friend that was already in business for himself. So, like, really, all my friends, we all doing our own little business type stuff, and, you know, trying to succeed in life. So we all just motivated. Well, I guess that could be another form of motivation right there. You know, we feed off each other. You know, success. We all want to be successful, so we feed off that. You know, we all motivate. You know? So that's good. They happy for me. You know, and I'm happy for them also.
That's good. No haters in the crew. You know what I mean? You don't need that now. I think that's just
everybody to win.
Yeah,
that's right. That's the way to do it, Dakota. I mean, like I said, you're very wise young man. You know, everybody, you know, is hanging around each other. They're all like-minded. They're all doing the same thing. They motivate each other, you know, build each other up so everybody can be successful. You know, and I think that's inspiring for me as well as my sister, because we talked about this too, that you younger generations really opening our minds to do different things, you know, and I really appreciated that. To all the young people, I appreciate it. You know, it's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I think it do also start with like a mindset, because, you know, why work for somebody else when, you know, you can work for yourself?
Yeah.
And, you know, ain't nothing wrong with working with somebody else and picking up and learning new techniques and stuff like that. But, you know, you also got the ability to clock in for yourself and go to work for yourself, you know. And I think that's something else that a lot of people are starting to realize.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful thing.
It is, because, you know, because I mean, for real. And I keep going back to 22, because 22 is young. And so for you to know that you can do business for yourself and not have to worry about, you're the boss. You're the one that says yes and no to certain things. And that's like a freedom. That's one of the definitions of having freedom. And then on top of that, then you're gonna have financial freedom of that as you grow in your success and grow in your business. So that's huge. So you said something about your mindset. So what about your mindset? Like what have you noticed? What have you seen different as from your job to your own business? What is your goal one day to quit your job? Are you like looking at people differently? What's going on in your brain that you like, you know what? No, I'm just doing my business.
For the most part, it's just, when you're working with somebody else and you start, you working, but you in the back of your mind, it's like, if I want to do this for myself, I could do it, Like I don't have to work for you and put money in your pocket. That's, the same effort I'm putting in to make this, whoever owns this company rich. Same effort I can put in to myself to make me rich or to increase my financial situation. So, I just think about stuff like that. And like how I said, ain't nothing wrong with, if you do work for it, that's your, like you work another job, ain't nothing wrong with that, But it's like, it's just always having that option, knowing that you can work for yourself. So not knowing, like, because a lot of people think that's their only option, or they might not be able to do this, because I was kind of like that at first. I think a lot of people self-sabotage themselves, like fear and stuff like that. And I think that's a real thing. A lot of people is, to fail, but it's like, why not? You learn from your failures. So you just build off that. And, try. You never know.
Yeah, I think that's a good message right there, because people are very fearful of doing something different. They always worried about what other people are thinking about them, and that's what keeps people from really moving forward to, reaching the goals, their real true goals,
Yeah.
So what would you tell your younger self? What would you tell your younger self today on what that younger person should do now?
I would probably say this day, stay more focused and nothing stay the same. Change is gonna happen and nothing stay the same forever. So, whatever happens then, don't worry about it. Just move on and, just pace yourself through life and just try to stay focused. That's the main thing.
Yeah, like staying focused and well, I'm gonna tell your younger self, your 16-year-old self, to don't give up. Like, I think that is so key because, and I'm talking to my younger self, but I'm really talking to my present self too, because one thing, when you don't know what you don't know, and then as you grow as an individual, like growth is, like when I was teaching my little ones how to walk, they had to fall and then they had to get back up and then take a couple more steps and fall again. So, but they never gave up. They never was like, I'm not going to ever be able to walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I have to really think about that. Like, hey, it's going to be some ups, it's going to be some downs, some ins, some outs. But if you stay consistent, stay moving, stay going, it's all going to work out for the best. So that's a good message to your younger self. And I had to add my little 2 cents in. But where do you see Whatley Technology? Where is Whatley Technology maybe 5 to 10 years from now?
I want it to be big, I want it to be something that, everybody knows, I'm having a problem with this. Oh yeah, go to Whatley Technology, they'll be able to solve what you need, to be a legit company, and that's what I'm for, to really just expand and really, the biggest thing that you can imagine, that's what I want.
Yeah.
And it's possible, Dakota. It is totally possible. That's the great thing about it, because you believe in yourself, you believe in your gift, you believe in your talent. So it is definitely possible. And I could just, Whatley Technologies, it sounds good together anyway.
Yeah,
You know,
it
and
does.
it's like,
That's a good name.
It's good. It sounds very good. So I could definitely see me calling whatever phone number it is, or Googling you and being like, oh, let me call this person, or, you know. So yeah, I definitely see great things for you in the future. I really do. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that we, you know, I've heard this, that, you know, once you learn something, you have to do it and then you teach it.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about that? How do you teach others about technology? I know sometimes you'd be like, well, your advice is always so sweet. Like, I don't even take it as advice sometimes. I'm like, I think he was giving me advice. Most people are like, well, you need to do this, that, and that. You be like, well, this is, you know. So how do you teach? How are you able to stay patient and teach about what people should and shouldn't do with their website or their design, or how are things done?
How do I teach, or like my method in like giving advice?
Yeah, either one.
Advice? Well, I'm gonna tell you what I think is, you know, the best. But in the back of my mind, it's still you have the option to do what you want to do because it's your website or it's your computer or it's whatever. So for me, it's like I'm gonna tell you what I think, and then based off what I tell you, you know, I'm cool with whatever you say, because at the end of the day, you're the client. I want to make sure you're happy. So, you know, I'm gonna tell you, like, you know, I think you should do this because, you know, this is gonna benefit you in a better way, or, you know, I think you might need to take this picture over again because, you know, when people look at this picture, they might think this, you know, and this right here will be more of a professional way to do this, you know. So it's just all about your options, and then you decide for yourself.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. But I want to ask you this: how do you, you know, cybersecurity is like a serious thing right now. How can people protect themselves from that happening to them?
Depending on what you want, you know, you want to make sure you're changing your password regularly, you know, like every month, or, you know, at least, you know, 6 months, something like that. You know, you don't want to keep all your passwords the same, and also you want to make sure that, you know, your passwords ain't all the same. You know, you don't want to have the same password for 5 different accounts, because if somebody hacked one, they didn't hack all 5. So
I gotta do better, Dakota.
You
know, I can only remember this. Okay.
Yeah, it's that, like, you gotta start writing it down, pin it in your phone.
Yeah.
You got apps now that save some passwords for you. So
yeah.
Useful. But I think it's passwords, because a lot of people just use the same password for all their accounts. They have the same password since 2010. I'll tell you, they had one, they didn't have everything else. So you gotta.
I guess that's so something I'll be doing this week.
Yeah, I'm so guilty of that. And, you know, speaking of hacking, so, you know, and I don't even know, I haven't gotten an update on what's happening in the world at this point yet, but I know, as you know, we have been hacked. The gas pipe was hacked a couple of last week sometime. And so is that easy? It can be easy, but I'm just saying, do you have that skill to kind of hack? If I was to lock myself out of my computer, if something was to happen, are you able to do that?
I can't hack nothing that serious to get into some gas.
No, I'm not talking about gas. I mean, I hope not. I mean, if you did have the skill, that's bomb. But I'm just saying, like, what about, like, if I was to be locked out of my computer, my tablet or something, can you break it?
Back into it? Depending on what you have, like I know you say your tablet, or some people might get like logged out their email or something like that. I mean, it is different methods that you can go through to, recover your account. But I mean, other than that, I mean, you would just have to just factory restart your device or create a new account.
Okay, I'm just going to say this, Dakota. Basically, what she's saying is her computer broke. It has a black screen. She can't see her stuff.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to factory restart that.
Okay.
you start.
Yeah, because it's like it's just a black screen. I don't know how to. I have two devices, my Apple device and my computer, just black screen. Nothing shows up on it. So I don't know how to get those clear.
And again, the main thing would be you have to figure out what's causing that, like what's causing your screen to be black. You know, is it just a bad screen? Is it something with the software? You know, that's another thing you have to test, like troubleshoot them things to figure out, you know, what's actually causing it. And then based on that, you know, you move forward and whatever you find out from that.
Okay.
Different issues cause different things.
Okay. I'll talk to you about that later once we get off of here. But so I want to get back to the business aspect of this, Dakota, because you have started a business, you're very young. What would you say to someone who is teetering on whether or not they want to start a business, any business? What would you tell them to do to go ahead and get their business going?
I would say for the first thing, this is to go ahead and do it. That's the first step. You got to go ahead and jump in it and do it and not really think about it. You know, think about what you're gonna do, but as far as like doubt and all that, don't think about none of that. Just go ahead and jump in. And then whatever business that you're trying to run, I would say like do your research on that and figure out, you know, what's the ins and outs of this business, you know, and what's some pros, what's some cons. And then from there, I would say, you know, your LLCs and all that, and go from there.
Very
Awesome.
good.
Awesome. Well, Dakota, tell everybody how they can get in touch with you if they need your services.
So I'm on Facebook at Whatley Technology, and you can go to my website, whatleytech.com, and you can also email me at whatleytech01@gmail.com.
Well, there you have it, people. This amazing gentleman who does Whatley, he's the owner of Whatley Technology. He is so excited about his business. He's very knowledgeable. He's helped us in so many ways. So I highly recommend him, you know, if you need any type of services. We really, really appreciate you being here. I mean, it's been an honor to just be working with you. And I'm just so happy that you came on the show and you were available to come on the show. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Really good for having me also.
Yeah, absolutely, Dakota. And I want to tell everyone who's watching, you know, go to your, you know, the young people, stimulate their business, help them out. It is important that we get our young people excited about business, their own business, and moving in the world of technology or whatever your skill is. Go to your Black businesses and use them as much as possible. Pay full price and do it we're supposed to do to stimulate our Black-owned businesses.
Yes, you know, don't use them. They deserve it. They absolutely deserve the success. You know, they're intelligent, they're smart, and they deserve our services. Yes. So I am going to be using my services with Dakota, and I really appreciate him.